having more gray hair than normal. Oh god, more gray hairs are coming in. Ah, lordy. Anyway, it is part of the aging process. Sorry if the hair looks a bit rough. I'm just recovering from an illness. Welcome to another episode of my hair stories. Today I want to tell you about the hair rejections that I faced while I was growing up as a natural hair girl when I was a child, and even in my late teens before I met the one person who decided to look after my hair for me. So most of us from our early childhood is our parents, our moms that usually look after our hair. I know in today's world, kids are privileged to actually choose their style, who they want to braid their hair. It's more flexible. There are more salons around. You don't have to go to the market. When I was growing up, we usually had quite limited options, which were either my mom braided our hair, which she only knew how to do thread, this kind of thread, because she's from Congo, and in Congo back in the days, from her time, they always did more of African threading than braiding. If they braided, the braids were very intricate, but she didn't know how to braid basically, so she would just do something of this size, or she would do four and send us off to school, and on Sunday she would style it for church, and then the weekend she would take us to the market. Now I come from Kaduna State. In Kaduna State we have a central market. Back in the 90s you would have there, I don't know if that is how it is today, but there was a dedicated section of the market where it was only made for hair braiders. Women were braiding hair there in stalls, so you would go there and there was that calendar and you would choose your hairstyle and they would charge you and you would braid the hair. If it was something like braids, you would have maybe 3 or 4 people finish the hair. If they didn't finish, they'll come back the next day to finish it. But I digress. So the next option also we had was also to look for one of these women who ran hair services from their own homes. So you would go to the house, but that was by word of mouth. Someone would tell you, oh no, there's a lady who makes hair in that compound or the other compound or on the next street. And then you go there and have their hair. One of such cases turned out that that lady was not quite careful with her hair tools, namely the combing pin and the comb, and so we ended up coming back home with like these white things in the follicles. I don't know how you call them, or sometimes you would end up coming with dandruff, so my mom always preferred sending us to the market to have our hair done more stylishly. Now when we moved to another location of the city, there was another smaller market where we used to go, and there was this lady that used to make my hair. In fact, in my childhood, during my childhood, as far as I can remember, she was the most patient woman that had ever handled my hair. So it happened that after she made my sister's hair, she realized that my sister's hair was not as thick or coily as my own. So one day my mom sends me and my sister without by ourselves to go do our hair. So one day my mom sends my sister and I by ourselves to go do our hair. So I gave my sister to another lady and I chose to go to this lady because I knew she would be patient with my hair as usual. When she looks around, she doesn't see anybody. She asks me, where's your sister? I said to her, no, she's at the other lady's shop. And she's like, eh? So now me go to suffer, be na my hand I go to suffer. Go tell your mama say I no go do your hair. Ha! I said, madam, but my mom said you should do my hair. I said, go tell your mama say I no go do your hair. Not be me want suffer for this world. I don't want that kind of money. So I now stood. I was in between opinions. I was like, do I go back home? But if I go back home, my mom is just going to make me those 4 threading and send me to school. And the boys used to make fun of me at that time. You know how boys are. So I didn't know what to do. But long and short of it was that I found somebody in the market, fortunately for me, who made my hair. Then you had those rare occasions where there was an auntie or a sister from church who would come visiting, or you would go to their house visiting, and they would offer to make your hair. And that was the first time I heard the word elephant grass. We were plaiting. She had braided my sister, and then she started making my hair, and the hair was not finishing. She couldn't finish the hair. She says to me, you have elephant grass hair. I'm like, huh? And I didn't know what that was, but I could feel the frustration in her voice. And I began thinking, I said, oh, so that's why people don't want to make my hair. Maybe my hair is very difficult. It's tough. I have bad hair and my dad doesn't want me to relax my hair. And I actually did fight to relax my hair when I was 13, because from the age of 9 to 12, I was in a boarding house where junior students went on low cut. We didn't braid. So, but when I started braiding the hair again, I had had enough. My parents didn't allow me in particular to relax my hair because that was the church rules. We didn't the church we attended did not believe in relaxing hair or chemically treating hair. So it was out of the option for me, but I really, really wanted to. I was even willing to save my pocket money just to go to the salon because by then I was going by myself to go braid my own hair. And then I asked my friend, and then she listed everything that I needed to be done because I remember I went into the salon and I saw they used to have that list, wash and set, this, that, and all those things. If you're from Nigeria, you would know there was that calendar and the price list. There was always that price list, and then the calendar for the hairstyle. And she said to me, you can't wash and style your hair or set your hair if your hair is not relaxed. First of all, they have to relax the hair before you can do any wash and set. Wash and set is how they maintain your relaxed hair. I was like, oh God, no. Anywho, that was how I managed my hair. Fast forward to me going to college, basically nursing school. In my late teens, I faced the same rejection by my colleagues, mainly because the hair was too thick, and I was tender-headed. I was very tender-headed right from my infancy as a toddler. I remember my grandma would always have to hold me down with her knees, like hold my neck in between her knees just so that the lady could make my hair. But my friend was the one also who brought up the issue again and said, no, Dorcas, your hair is just too thick. Unfortunately, you're not ready to relax it. If you had relaxed hair, you wouldn't be having this problem because what used to happen was you would braid someone and they would braid you in return. But when we made the deal in class and we came back to the hostel, I found myself braiding their hair and they dodging from keeping their own part of the promise. But the one girl who really wanted to make my hair, I couldn't stand the tension in her braids. Like if she made you cornrows, you'll be carrying your head like this. That's how tight, because she would want to pick to the very last baby hair on the nape of your neck, and that was so painful, and I couldn't abide her. So what happened was at that time, I was also a young Christian in the Lord. I had found a new church closer to campus, and blessed be God. My pastor's wife knew how to braid. She was a teacher. Braiding was just a side business. And I said to her, can you braid my hair for me? She said, of course, Doctor, I'll braid your hair for you. And that was how, for the remaining 2 to 3 years of my nursing studies, I had a fixed hairdresser. Until today, anytime I find someone who can handle my hair, like we have a good understanding between the two of us, I do not change hairdressers. The funny thing is that now that I braid my own hair, I don't find it as thick as people used to complain about. And I don't know, maybe it's because I've lost hair as I grew it out, or probably I'm just used to I'm just used to the thickness. But every time I pack my hair, I braid my hair, I expect to be much. I don't know. One time I was watching a video and they were talking about how people's hair density could be high, but the hair strands were thin. So I think maybe that's what has happened as I've grown older. I have thinner hair strands, but my hair is still thick. It's the thickest around here. It's the thickest around here. So, and I thank God for her because she was actually the one who talked to my then boyfriend, who is now my husband actually, to speak with my dad if they could allow me to relax my hair because every time she had to make the hair, she said her thumb really hurt her because of the thickness of the hair and the coiliness, having to hold it with her thumb to stretch it as she either threaded or braided or even twisted. And that was when it occurred to me that this was the reason why many people didn't want to do my hair as a child when I was growing up. So, and I remembered what that auntie was saying, that it was why she called my hair elephant grass, and why that lady was very upset is because their thumbs really hurt while they used to braid me. And now that I do my own hair by myself, it's been 8 years. I only feel pain, I think, in my shoulders and my neck when I have to do maybe the back part of it. But I have learned to appreciate my hair now that I'm carrying a natural hair on, or chemically untreated hair. The only thing I do once in a while, like I said at the beginning, is just to dye my hair. And I think I'm still not ready to carry the grace. I'm going to go get a dye as soon as I feel stronger to go shopping to dye it. Actually, I bought a soap. Let me show you. So they've brought this product to Ecuador, black hair shampoo. It says gives your hair black every day, only 5 minutes. So I think, yeah, I remember that's why I've not washed my hair. I want to try it and see if it will actually turn the hair black, because I've been using temporary shampoo dye sprays, but I discovered it always leaves the collar or neckline of my blouses or my tops or dresses with a stain when I pull it off my head. So that's why I've not done that in a while. So I'm going to try the soap, and in the next episode I'll let you know how it goes with this one, if it works or not. I bought a pair. I bought 2 packets, so I'm going to use it and see and let you guys know what you think about it. So that's it, guys, for this episode of my hair stories. I hope you enjoyed the story, and please, I would like to also know what motivated you to stop relaxing your hair, or what motivated you to go back to relaxers at whatever point in your life, and how are you coping with your gray hairs? Are you comfortable now with your gray hairs coming in, or do you dye them? If you do, what kind of dye do you use? And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.